time for a half hour to health with Dr. Robert and Debbie DeMaria. Call a friend or family member now and let them benefit from today's exciting and informative program. If you want to lead a healthier life, the time is now.
Hello, this is Dr. Bob and Debbie DeMaria. Welcome once again to another exciting half-hour health program. And tonight we just thought we'd talk a little bit about some basics of life. You know, we have been involved helping people with natural, drugless care for 30 plus years. One of the doctor degrees I have is a doctor of chiropractic degree. I also have a doctor of natural health degree. What I want you to get in your mind is that your brain sets in the skull. It continues on as the spinal cord. The spinal cord is in the column. Gravity continually and relentlessly pushes down on top of your body, compromising nerve function. So your body works by information going down the cord to all the organs and tissues. So if you have what we call a misalignment or a subluxation, where these vertebrae go out of alignment and put pressure on sensitive nerves, whatever organ that nerve goes to is not going to function properly. Well, one of the areas that I have been blessed to learn is not only does gravity cause subluxation, and car accidents cause subluxations, and falls cause subluxation, and when you're born cause subluxation, what you eat can cause subluxation. You say, come on, Dr. Bob. Well, what we have been really fortunate to learn is that what you eat affects physiology. And somewhere along the line, conventional Western medicine thinking have not connected food and pain or food and health. Yes, to a degree that they do, because they know that if you eat, you're going to get heavy and you're going to have a potential to become a diabetic or have high blood pressure. But when it comes to pain, we recently had a guest on that used many teaspoons of sugar every day in her tea. We've had other people that have come into the office and use sugar with reckless abandon, and then they wonder why they're not feeling good. Well, something that I've been blessed to learn is your pancreas. So this is the left side of your spine right now. Your pancreas refers pain up to your left neck and shoulder. So right now I know somebody's watching me and they've been eating sugar, and sugar can cause neck pain. Well, so can bananas, raisins, and grapes. I am not saying that they're bad food, but I'm saying right now that I know that someone's watching us, Debbie, and they love pineapple, dried fruits, bananas and raisins, as I mentioned, that can cause chronic left neck and mid-back pain. White potatoes, I'm not saying white potatoes are bad food, but if you have stress to your pancreas and or your adrenal gland, you could have stabbing chronic mid-back pain because of white potatoes. Pretty wild, huh?
It is wild, Dr. Bob. And so let's go over that again. Why is it that the pancreas is actually radiating around and that it's delivering pain here when your pancreas is really here?
It's kind of fascinating, Deb, because I took embryology class way back in the early 1970s, and in the embryology class, so we're looking at the body from the rear now, the pancreas embryologically started up in this upper left neck and mid-back area. So then what happened is 180 days into gestation, or as you are developing inside of your mother's uterus, your pancreas literally moved to the place where you know that it's at now, in the middle of the abdomen, a little bit more on the left-hand side. But it received its what we call innervation or nerve information from the left neck and upper back. There's something called referred pain. What does that mean, Dr. Bob? Well, I can also tell you from experience that oftentimes ladies will get chronic pain right here on this left sacroiliac joint from their uterus. Well, I also have ladies come into the office that'll have pain here in their left mid-arm or right mid-arm because they have what we call deltoid bursitis. Sometimes, Debbie, people could have pain here in their thumb because of problems going on with digestion. You could have right knee pain because of your gallbladder. So when somebody comes into our office, we're like detectives. We leave no stone unturned. So I might look at you and notice you have large pores on your face. Well, that's a body signal to me that you may, in fact, have a zinc deficiency. Do you know that a third of the women in the United States have a zinc deficiency? Do you know what commonly causes a zinc deficiency? Wheat products and soy. We don't promote soy in our practice. Soy depletes the body of zinc. Soy is not a health food. Soy is dead food. So we have learned over time that you could have a chronic health problem caused because of what you're passionately addicted to. Now let me share this one other thought with you. Your intestines are a long tube. Those intestines are like a dehydrator. They absorb nutrients from your body. Let's just say that you don't consume enough oil, or you consume too much poor quality oil. Maybe you eat a constant fast food diet, or maybe you don't ever even take flax oil, olive oil. The inside of your tube and your colon can actually have little holes in them. We call that a leaky gut syndrome. So let's say that you're eating food and you don't chew well and you're drinking too much water with your meals, and maybe you're even blood type A. And these undigested food particles will go through your intestine and they come out, and your body, your immune system sees them as a foreign invader and starts to attack them, creating an allergy response or an autoimmune response. So what we have learned over time, if we can support your digestion, if we can have you eat properly and you don't have these little attacks going on, which we talk about in our detoxification book, your overall health will improve. Some of the most common foods that can cause allergy issues include dairy. Those are very, very common. Wheat can cause it. Soy products, and eggs. Now those are not bad foods, but they're protein-based foods, and you need to have proper oil inside of your body for your digestive system to work. You know, Deb, it always fascinates me how everything is integrally interconnected, and that our body is not just one part, but it's a multitude of trillions of parts.
It really is, and you know, it's all a system. So a system that you could do to figure out what food you are allergic to is go on like a bland diet for 21 days and then start to introduce foods back to yourself to see if they affect you. For example, sinus. Dairy is really related to your sinuses, and so a lot of times if you do have a sinus problem, eliminate dairy for 21 days, 30 days, and see if it makes a change in your life. You know what, Dr. Bob? Also getting adjusted. That makes a huge difference in how your body assimilates food. And also take care of your liver. Your liver is the main detoxifying organ in your body. And if you take care of your liver is going to take care of you. It's often been said your liver is your lifeline. In our office, you wouldn't come there without hearing this. If you watch us for many, many shows, you wouldn't hear us without saying this. If you come to any of Dr. Bob's presentations, read it in our book, you would not hear, or you would hear us say about the liver. And the 3 foods is Dr. Bob's ABCs. A half a red apple, 1 or 2 carrots or 5 or 6 baby carrots, and at least a 1/3 cup of beets, either grated, raw, organic, or cooked beets a day. And those all promote a healthier liver. Now, Dr. Bob, I know you're itching to tell us, why do those foods promote a healthy liver?
Well, it's kind of interesting, Deb, because we encourage, as Debbie said, at least a half a red apple every day. And the reason that we promote a red apple versus a green apple is because of my studies when I was doing my Doctor of Natural Health degree, that green apples tend to stagnate digestion. The apple is loaded with nutrients. Actually, there's something called the ORAC system, which has everything to do with free radicals in the body. I want you to think of your apple as a huge Rust-Oleum, and it helps take away inflammation and free radicals in your body. Let me give you a little tip. This is a great anti-tumor food that I read in a book called The Answer to Cancer by Dr. Sharma. Cut the apple in half and then cut it into segments and saute it. Put a little water in a saucepan, put the segments of the apple in the saucepan, add a little water, cover it, let it simmer for 4 or 5 minutes until translucent or fork tender. Take the apple pieces out. If you'd like, sprinkle a little cinnamon on the apple pieces. That'll help promote digestion, because in Ayurvedic medicine, which is Indian medicine, you live and die with your digestion. So you want to have optimal functioning digestion. I know that Debbie and I eat at least a half a red apple each per day. It'll lower your cholesterol 13%. And I know that some of you watching us right now have very elevated levels of cholesterol. Having elevated cholesterol is not necessarily good or bad. It's a body signal to me that something's not functioning optimally. We talk about it in great detail in Dr. Bob's Trans Fat Survival Guide. What I'm holding in my hand right now is a beet. This is probably the single most important food that you could consume. You can lower your cholesterol up to 40% just by eating exactly what Debbie said, up to a third cup of beets every day. Beet fiber helps pull the cholesterol out of your body. If you juice beets, I'm not saying you should or you shouldn't juice the beets, but it helps increase your blood sugar level. So a third cup of beets every day. If you were to go to YouTube, www.youtube.com, and type in Dr. Bob DeMaria, I'm cooking beets there for you. I'm showing you exactly how to do it. We use balsamic vinegar, and we also use Celtic sea salt and olive oil. What I'm holding in my hand right now are vacuum-packed beets. There are many institutions today in markets that know that beets are healthy, and to take away the work and the cooking, you can actually buy some vacuum-packed beets. We prefer fresh organic beets. You can bake them. Finally, the carrots. As Debbie mentioned, 4 or 5 baby carrots, medium or 2 carrot every day is awesome. We prefer organic. Let me share a little nugget with you right now. And we'll talk about this in a moment. And I know you can't see it because the typing on it's really small, but this is a Vidalia onion. What I want you to start doing is that when you go to stores and you purchase your produce, we prefer you eat non-starchy produce most of the time. We have a butternut squash here, which is delicious, by the way. Look at the label. Look at the serial numbers that are on the label of the item. If it starts with number 8, put it down. That means that it's genetically modified. If it starts with a number 9 with a series of numbers after it, 9 is fine. 9 is organic. All other numbers are what we considered standard. They're not organic. What I'm holding in my hand right now, once again, are the carrots. When you think of carrots, you think of eyes. Carrots are a part of the fat-soluble vitamins that are in your body. This is a visual for what a liver is in your body. It's an oil filter. The oil filter in your body, which is on the right side of your body, is your liver. The liver is the storehouse for vitamins A, D, E, and K. I'll say that again. The liver is the storehouse for vitamins A, D, E, and K. Well, if your liver is underneath stress from environmental reasons or whatever, and it needs more A, it'll literally take the A precursor from your eyes for liver function. I know there's someone watching me right now, probably very many of you have the little floaters in front of your eyes. They're called vitreous floaters. We've had great success in our practice helping people improve and normalize function, and those floaters go away. So the Dr. Bob's ABCs are just so paramount for you to put into your life because they'll make a huge difference not only in your cholesterol, but your bowels will move better, your skin will be better. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back. Hello, this is Dr. Bob DeMaria with my friend Nick Abraham, and I want you to know I've had a Nissan for over 30 years. And Nick Abraham Auto Mart, Nick, I tell you what, I love you guys.
I'm glad. We have a lot of customers that love us.
And not only do you have Nissan, you have...
Ford, Buick, GMC.
And I know that the Ford is an awesome model today, isn't it?
The Fords are fantastic. They're the best-selling car in the United States right now.
You know what's interesting is a Buick is a high luxury car. Too bad they call it like, you know, they talk about being like an older person's car. What a smooth ride.
Not anymore. That car is good for everyone. The new LaCrosse is fantastic. We have people changing from Lexus, from Cadillac. You know, they're going to the Buick. It's priced right, and it's up to date. It's smart. They're great cars.
Well, you know what I love about Nick Abraham? His service is tremendous. They always take care of my vehicles. I have never had any challenge whatsoever. I'm talking 30 years I've had a Nissan, 6 of them. And my parents have had products from Nick Abraham. My son, we serviced his vehicle there. If you're thinking about getting a car, easy access all over Northern Ohio, you can come, right?
Right. The Route 2, the Turnpike, 480, 10. You know, it's easy to get to.
Something else you like about Nick Abraham, his staff have been there forever. If you have a place that you have people that have been long-term, you could be confident that you know you're going to get the service you need. His family works with him. I'll guarantee you this. If you need a vehicle, you can trust Nick Abraham. Easy access anywhere in Northern Ohio. Give them a call. Check out to see what's on sale, what's available. Any color you want, I guarantee you, they'll make it happen for you. Get one today. You'll be glad you did. Hello, this is Dr. Bob and Debbie DeMaria. Welcome once again to our half hour of health program. And I know that if you were paying attention, which I know you were, that first segment, there were so many nuggets, wasn't there, Deb?
You know what, Dr. Bob, there was. It was very exciting because what we were trying to do a little bit is relate sometimes dysfunction of your body or even your spine relating to foods. And you did talk to us and told us about the pancreas and how it refers pain, actually where it is right now, but the referral is over in your left neck and shoulder blade. And there's many people out there that experience left neck and shoulder blade pain all the time and never have coordinated that with what they have been eating, especially the yogurt and the banana for breakfast, the grapes for snacks, and even the pineapple. Actually, white potatoes cause pain too, even the nightshades. But Dr. Bob, people are always asking us, what do we eat? What's a part of our diet? Well, I do have to tell you that we do eat Dr. Bob's ABCs every day. Every day we have an apple, we have carrots, and we also have beets. A lot of times we put some of these ingredients on our power salad, or we have the apple throughout the morning, which gives us energy because of the natural sugars in it, and it also helps lower our cholesterol automatically. Now, what else do we eat through the day? Well, I do want you to know, like I said, the power salad is at lunchtime, and some of the ingredients we have here on the table, and I want to just share a couple of these because these are very important. Right here you have a yellow and a red bell pepper, and these peppers we either put them on our salads or we slice them up and put them in a power pack, which is what we eat throughout the day. It's a lot of different kinds of vegetables and an apple, and we cut these peppers up. And this is a great source of vitamin C. So you don't have to eat your orange or your grapefruit and feel that you have to eat citrus to get your vitamin C. You can eat peppers, the red and the yellow pepper. As a matter of fact, if it's getting to be winter time and anything is colder than 60 degrees, you really don't want to eat citrus. Not that citrus is bad for you, but what it does is it lowers your body temperature, and you really don't want to have your body temperature lowered in the winter time, even in the fall and the spring. So if you're going to eat citrus, be in Florida, warm weather, or wait till the summertime. The rest of the year, I would suggest that you eat some of these peppers, put that on your salad. Then another item or vegetable that we put on our salad is a cucumber. And cucumber is a wonderful source for potassium. Potassium, Debbie? Yes, potassium. You don't have to get your potassium from your banana that causes you left neck pain, but you can get it from the cucumber. It's rich and it has a lot of water in it, which hydrates your body. You can even slice a couple of these up and put them on your eyes so your eyes won't be puffy, and it's a natural healing source. So we're very excited to get that. You know what? Another thing that I put on my salad every day is some bee pollen. And I think that the bee vitamins are very important to us. And bees also have a good source for energy. It is an immune system booster. And I put this on every day. You really do want to get the bee pollen, though, in your local area because that's very important for you. It's the same way with honey. If you are still consuming honey, please find it from a local source. So go out into the countryside, take a ride, and you'll see that there's a lot of beekeepers that sell their honey. Now, Dr. Bob, we really do love acorn, and this is butternut squash. It's so easy, but I always have my husband cut this because it's not easy to cut, but it's easy to make. You can cut this, clean out the insides, and all you have to do is put this down on a baking dish or up, either way. I usually put a little bit of olive oil on top and bake it for about 45 minutes or an hour at 350 to 400. Let it be fork tender. You can put a little bit of oil on top with some Celtic sea salt, cinnamon if you want, which is a natural tendency for sweetness, and this is a awesome source of vitamins and minerals, and it's good for this time of year actually. Well, in the fall I should say, you get the most fresh. We do try to eat organic. We do eat a lot of onions. We grill our onions in the summertime and in the fall and the spring. What we do is also have them in the house. I like to caramelize them. All you have to do to caramelize onions is not throw sugar in to caramelize. You just need to slowly continue to turn it in olive oil, not at very high heat, and it gets a really nice brown coloring. It's wonderful on natural burgers. It's good with organic steaks, lamb chops, chicken, whatever you want. Wonderful source of sulfur, and sulfur is very important to your body. I wouldn't be without tomatoes. Tomatoes are really important to me. I like sun-dried tomatoes in olive oil. I like the little pear and cherry tomatoes, and I love regular tomatoes sliced with a little bit of basil and some Celtic sea salt, olive oil on the top. We have freshness in our house. That's always important to us. We eat fresh foods. We go to the market many times during the week to have fresh foods, organic as much as possible, because this adds life to our years and years to our life.
You know, it's really interesting about tomatoes that tomatoes are really excellent for a man's prostate gland. And Debbie briefly mentioned about the nightshades, which happen to be tomatoes, potatoes, eggplant, and green pepper. They are not bad foods. But if your liver is compromised, it means your liver is overworked, and you're having a passion for tomatoes, potatoes, eggplant, and green pepper, you could have pain in your body because of that. But I'm holding in my hand right now, we don't eat a lot of fruit. We eat mostly vegetables. We mostly eat non-starchy vegetables. Yes, we do have butternut squash periodically and or acorn squash. I'm not saying we don't ever do that, but we really focus our life on vegetables and the apple. But what's really important, because I know that some of you love sweet fruits, but pears, plums, and apples will put the least amount of stress, now listen to me, will put the least amount of stress on a gland in your body called the adrenal gland. So if you're going to eat fruit, pears, plums, and apples, they'll do the least amount of stress to a gland in your body called the adrenal gland. These are grapes, and I'm not saying it to be funny. Grapes can cause left neck pain. What we're trying to share with you is that we see so many patients come into our office with chronic spinal pain, chronic joint pain. They've taken all types of medications. They've been to pain management. I just had a young lady that came into our office recently that she went to her neurologist because she was having some pain on the left side of her neck. And I know that she was eating food that was causing it. And they put her on medication, and the medication didn't help. So she ends up showing up in Dr. Bob's office because she knows that Dr. Bob, somebody else helped their neck pain, and XYZ may have caused that. Plus she has subluxation. Plus she was involved in a motor vehicle accident. We briefly talked about high fructose corn syrup at one segment or another here in the past. High fructose corn syrup stops a hormone in your body from being produced, which Debbie has alluded to, called leptin. Leptin tells your brain you're full. What we are learning, and I need you to become label savvy is what I need you to do. Something as simple as applesauce. Now, I just had pears, plums, and apples. I'd encourage you to eat apples. The best way to make applesauce or to have applesauce, make your own. You can leave the peels on or take the peels off. That's insignificant to me. You cut the apple up, you saute it, and you smash it, and you throw some cinnamon on it. I almost said brown sugar, but I was going to tell you, don't ever put brown sugar on apples. Anyways, what's happening is that high fructose is showing up in commercial applesauce. So go to your pantry or refrigerator after the program and look at your applesauce. And if you see high fructose corn syrup, I personally would not eat that. I would not eat anything with high fructose corn syrup, one of the leading causes of obesity in our society today. And oftentimes you're innocently eating food that has high fructose corn syrup in it as your waistline is getting bigger and bigger. You know, we broadcast live every Wednesday on the internet. It's at 12 o'clock Eastern Time. Join us. Go to druglessdoctor.com. druglessdoctor.com. It's free. Go to the blue box currently that's on the website. We also are going to invite you to come into our office. You know, we've been on this program for years and years and years. You've been watching us for a long time. I have people tell me this always. We can charge our fees are up to $200 for an exam and an x-ray. Because you've been a faithful viewer, we're going to make a very special available to you. You can come in and have an exam and an x-ray for only $25. That is a huge savings. The reason I'm doing it, because you're watching me on this program. We don't do it anywhere else. We're here to make a difference in your life. Are you tired and sick and tired about being sick and tired? Why don't you come to find someone that's a drugless doctor? Let's do an exam. Let's take some films. Bring your maid in. Let's show us what's going on. Let us show you what's going on and make a difference in your life. Call the number that's on the screen. Call us today. I promise you, you will be glad you did.
Thank you for watching the Half Hour to Health program with your hosts Dr. Robert and Debbie DeMaria. Make sure to take advantage of this limited time offer, a $165 value for just $25. Be sure to log on to Dr. Bob's information-packed website, www.druglessdoctor.com. North Coast Chiropractic is located at 362 East Ridge Street in Elyria, Ohio. Call or visit us with any questions or comments you may have. You are invited to tune in next time as we spend a half hour to health together.